All right, guys, today is a new day. We are leaving the state of Rio do Sul. So we have been in this state for, I guess, the better part of a month. We are going on north to Santa Catarina. But first, we got to drop down through this canyon. We've already been on part of this road. It's a rickety road. We're going to try to find some bluebirds, and we have some really cool stuff coming up. So let's go.
In our last video, when we took you to the canyons, this is the section of road where we saw the blue jays. And Curt has spotted one again, but they are hard to get on video. They move quickly and they like to stay in the thicker trees. So you gotta catch them on the move. Hopefully the light's hitting them right for you to see just how bright blue they are. But we slowed down when we got to this area and Curt spotted one right away. So this is where they live, or visit frequently. At our first stop, they were pretty far away. But Curt was trying to film them eating these nuts off these pine trees. We found a few here, pretty close to the road. The first shots will be bumpy because we didn't have the tripod. There were 3, but we're down to 1, and I think Curt's getting him.
All right, so looking for birds is just amazing. We saw a lot of bluebirds, and we had our opportunities. 2 things. One is there's a lot of shadows, and they move around a lot. They fly up and they grab the seeds from these trees, and then they fly down. The seeds are big, so they'll peck at them, but they drop them a lot. So they're flying off quick, they move quick, and it was kind of dark and shadowy, so that's tough. Another thing is they're a long ways away, a lot of them. So the camera lens that we have is good for close, like, I don't know, less than 100 feet. But we really need a big birding lens to get them good. But we did put a lens on them. We got them a little bit, we got them eating the seeds, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the footage because we sure enjoyed chasing the birds.
All right, just driving along. And wildlife gave us a little surprise. A cool little fox. We got to watch him for a little bit, and I think I got some good shots of him, so you get to see him too. We have just crossed over the state line. We have left Rio Grande do Sul, and we have entered Santa Catarina. And as soon as we did, there was some road work. So maybe the road's in a little bit better shape through here, because we are about to do a windy, curvy, switchbacky descent down 3,500 feet. We're headed out of these canyons and down towards the coast, and that means we are dropping in elevation. Y'all cross your fingers, this road's in good shape. Alright, we have come up on a little stoppage. Looks like they need to load up a dump truck. Alright, they are doing a lot of road work through here, but every once in a while we get a glimpse through the trees at the valley down below. And it's a long way down. And now we get to follow this dump truck all the way down. Oh, maybe he'll turn off.
Guys, not only is this a steep, switchbacky descent, but there's also construction, active construction, trucks going both ways, up and down, as you can see. We're following one down, passing one coming up, and this ground is just, a lot of in areas is just these big boulder rocks, and it is rocky, rolly. I'm worried about the tires, and also I'm worried about being able, these brakes to be able to hold, because we have to ride them the whole way down. So this is a pretty intense drop down here, 3,000 foot, 3,500 foot from the top of the canyon to the bottom. But this is the way that Google Maps takes us.
We survived the bumpy, steep, curvy, crazy road. We have made it to asphalt, and we are almost to our town that we are headed to.
Now, typically, Snow would have promised a jig when we get to the asphalt on a road like that, but it kind of happened pretty fast, and, well, the asphalt's short-lived, so it really didn't deserve a jig.
Yeah, never mind. We're back on the bumps. It's a good thing I didn't get out and do a dance. We've made it to the town of Praia Grande, and we slowed down to wave a family across the street, and all of a sudden they got big giant smiles on their face, went to waving, and Curt rolled down the window and they're like, "We follow you on YouTube." So that's always fun. And then they bounced on across the street, and now we pulled over at a place where we hope we can get some lunch. At the buffets in Brazil, you fill up your plate and then they weigh it. All right, it's laundry time. We're looking for a lavanderia. Get our laundry done in this town.
All right, Snow's going to get our laundry done. Now here's a short little story from last time we were in Brazil. I ended up taking it, unbeknownst to me, to one of those fancy places. And well, they charge by the piece. Long story short, got the laundry back. It ended up costing $75 US. Now we just went to another little fancy place here, and she said, we're a fancy place. We only do sheets and stuff, and it's pretty expensive. But she was nice enough to send us to this other place. Now it says they're open, but Snow's not able to get in. Sometimes they're in the back and just lock the door for security. No?
We have arrived at what was going to be our campsite. And this area clearly suffered a huge flood. There are trees everywhere. All the parking by the barbecue pits. I mean, it looks like they've already done some cleanup, but this campground got wiped out, guys. No doubt about it. Look at these trees just came rushing through here. This whole thing had to be flying with water for these trees to wrap around these poles like this. All right, so we're gonna stop to find another campsite. Ah, this had to be scary. Hopefully nobody was camping here. Wow. Okay. I hope nobody was in that car, but if you look behind that little white car that's parked, I'm afraid something probably was camping here and they got washed away. I sure hope the people are okay. You can see down the river there's construction equipment trying to clean out around the bridge. Yeah, this was a flash flood that probably was extremely scary.
And Snow brought up the point that when we were coming down the mountain, probably that's where this river kind of originates from, and that probably is why there was all the construction washing out the roads, and places where there was asphalt and then wasn't, was just big washouts.
Yeah, and if that's the case, they've done a really good job of getting that road drivable again up there, because this was one heck of a flood. All right, working on plan B, even though we didn't have one.
All right, we gave up on that town. We are headed out to some other destination. We can look back and see the canyons in the rear view mirror, and we are driving through the rice fields. The canyons were amazing. We will miss you. But we're on to new things. Let's go.
It was not a glamorous campsite, but here in the city of Torres, they're pretty strict on where you park. This seems to be the only place the police will allow it. It looks like some sort of a fairgrounds or something, but it was peaceful. And last night we had some entertainment of some horses riding by and a motorcycle guy working on his wheelies. So turned out to be a good place. The kiddies got walks. Now we're headed off for an adventure. The main reason we came to this town at all. Let's go see it. It is a beautiful sunny day, and you might not know it yet, but in the background we hear crashing waves. We have made it back to the ocean. This time, the Atlantic. We're in the city of Torres, Brazil, and we are about to take you to Guarita National Park.
All right, so there's several hikes here. We are doing the most difficult first, and then the second most difficult the second time. The first one is a big climb up this haystack right here that kind of hangs out over the ocean. Pretty stoked about that. The second one is going to be up over on the left. Another nice climb, and then we'll walk along the rim of the walls of these mountains.
Means it's gonna be a good day.
Here we go. Up, up and away. All right, as we start the ascent, a couple thoughts. First of all, these stairs are really super steep. The nice thing is we are on the beach, and as you guys know, it's winter here, so it's a little bit cooler. We're in this nice cover, the shade, and Snow has her walking sticks today.
I gotta do this slow and steady. This is a lot of steep stairs.
Now this is definitely a place where we're gonna meet other tourists out here, mostly Brazilian, but the cool thing is, we don't speak Portuguese. That's not the cool thing. But a lot of the Brazilian people speak at least a couple words, and they're always very gracious when we don't speak Portuguese, and we exchange a few words and learn a little, and it's always a good, fun laugh to meet the families. And
yeah, we just passed a little girl, little, 5 or 6 maybe, and her mom's learning English because the little girl's learning it in school, and the little girl was like, hello,
bye-bye.
that was cute.
All right, welcome to the first vista. And if you look back off to the left, you can see the city of Torres. The van's right down there. And here's another nice little haystack. We're not allowed to climb that, unfortunately. That would be a pretty epic climb. And then over there is the other trail that we're gonna go to next. But I think we got a little bit higher to go, but we're almost to the top of this. Not bad at all, right, Snow?
No, but we're gonna rest here for a minute. Looks like when the weather's right, the sea lions and the penguins come in here. I don't think there's any here today. But this one here in front of us, it's unstable, so you shouldn't get too close to it, they say. Looks like it had something to do with a volcano. volcanismo. And it is, wow, 65 million years old. So this park was created in 1971 because of a lot of work from some environmentalists that wanted to preserve this area. In 2003, it had its name changed. So it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. All right, we just climbed up on top of that. Hung out there for a little while, overlooking this beach, which is a surf area. It's wintertime here though, so that water's probably pretty chilly. We're still pretty far south. As we get farther north, you'll start to see the waters turn more blue and tropically looking. And it'll still be winter, but the weather should get a little warmer, so we could probably have some legitimate beach days every once in a while as we head north. But now we're gonna go walk up on this side, and they call this the Orange Trail. It's supposed to be a little bit easier. Let's go see.
So it looks like all along here there are different paths down this sheer wall, and the fishermen drop down there and, well, catch fish. All right, this is a cool little path up here on the cliff's edge, and as I said earlier, it's dotted with fishermen, so it makes it pretty interesting. But also, I wanted to go down and check out this little twisted stairway down here. It drops down to where all these guys are.
I found a nice place to take a little break while Curt walks down there where the fishermen are, closer to the water. Oh, the waves crashing are so peaceful and beautiful. This is definitely an active park. Lots of locals, and you can tell some of them are tourists, but I think a lot of families just come out here. This national park, we had to pay quite a bit to get in, about I think maybe $25 for me, Curt, and the van. But if you live in this town, city, or county, this small little area, then you get in for free. So I think a lot of local families come out here to enjoy this park. And I would too if I lived here.
It looks like this is a viewpoint for whales. Now, we haven't seen whales in a long time. We always love to watch for them. It is about season. I think we're a little far south for the prime area, but spoiler alert, we are on the lookout. And while we're talking, this guy has brought up, he's got 4 hooks and he caught 4 fish. Now the little fish are only about 4 or 5 inches long. I believe they're a pompano, or a version, which are really good eating. I think we have a size limit in the US of maybe like 8 to 10 inches minimum. So these are baby, but they are catching them all along the beach here.
I gotta tell y'all what we did today. It's the first time we've ever done this. This park has 4 trails. 2 are easy, 1 is moderate, and 1 is hard. We've always just done the easy ones because of me. But we did the hardest one first with all those stairs, and now we're doing the moderate one. We're skipping both easy ones.
I think this is the second hardest trail here, and I would argue that it's harder than the first. I think you have just as much or more elevation, and it's longer, yeah.
For me, because of the elevation, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely longer, and I shouldn't be cheering. We're not done yet, but I think I'm gonna get it.
Don't you want to live out your wildest dreams? 'Cause right now we've got everything that we need. No time to waste, no better place to be. 'Cause we could wander as far as the eye can see. I wanna take you with me. Where do you wanna go? Imagine the way it could be if life was an open road. Come on and take it easy. short not to take every chance. And I think we should do it all while we can. So follow my lead, pick up your feet and dance. It's never too late to tear out the page. Let's make a change of plans.
We got to be on the lookout for whales.
I told him about the whales, but I didn't know what kind. What kind are they?
They're right whales, and to be honest with you, we don't know much about them. I didn't know there was a chance of seeing them this far south until we saw that sign. We need to research how far they breach out of the water, when they spout. We need to kind of do a little research so we know how to find them. But there's a spot a little farther north that I have marked on the map where they're known to come in closer. And that's where we'll really try to find them for you guys. But if there's whales here, you know we're looking. We popped up over the ridge, and all of a sudden there's a little wetland area, and we found a cool little bird. Kurt's gonna see if he can get him. There's actually a couple of little birds, but one is some sort of a crane that is for sure looking for his lunch. He is stalking something in those reeds.
No, he's got like an orange and black beak with like a red skull, so it almost kind of looks like a vulture skull. But down on the back of his hair, he's got like some alfalfa feathers. Oh, he got some food. But he's got like some alfalfa feathers. They're laid back. And I bet sometimes they stand up. But right now, he's got them back in a ponytail.
And then this looks like a kiskadee just to the left of him.
It's pretty.
So we've made it to the north point of this park, where we get a nice view of the city of Torres. A few more locals down here for sure. Even one surfer braving the cold water. A couple of people on the beach. Frigate birds overhead. Still looking for whales.
I was out just giving G a random walk. And this boy has found the stairs, and he's decided he wants to keep going up. Now, I don't know how far he's going to go up. I'm not going to stop him. But he's been going for a while.
We are leaving the Coastal National Park and headed to our campsite. It's about 30 minutes down the road. But first thing we have to do, and this will be the first time doing it in Brazil, so y'all cross your fingers that it goes smooth, but I need to go refill my prescriptions. And the way it works down here, you don't really have written prescriptions. I just have a list of the medicines I need. It's worked in all the other countries. Let's hope it works in Brazil. We're about to find out. And we'll find out what the Brazil prescription prices are like too. Let's go do it. So it's going really, really well. There is a lady here in the pharmacist that speaks really good English, so I lucked out big time, and she's super kind. I'm going to be able to get 2 months worth of my medication. They did not have it all here, but what is really cool is rather than sending me to a store down the road, she's walking 1 block over to their sister store and gonna bring them back here. That is amazing. So soon we'll know what the price is gonna be here in Brazil, but the service and the stock that they keep in the stores, good so far. It was a super easy process, and that takes some weight off my shoulders. All right, guys, 2 giant bags of medicine, but it'll cover 2 whole months. It was a very helpful store, a very nice pharmacist. Can you go on the video? There she is. There she is. Say hello. And her English is perfect. She used to teach English to little kids. This could not have worked out better for me. We're settled in here at our campsite, where we're gonna get a little editing done and spend a couple of days. And in Brazil, it's not as normal for the laundromats to be where they do them for you, where you just drop them off. And we've already had one experience when we were visiting Brazil last year, where it was very expensive. So this campsite comes with a washing machine. So we have pulled out our clothes hangers and clips that we hardly ever use, and we're getting some laundry done. While that's drying in this breeze, we're gonna walk up in this little town where the Google map says there's a restaurant, and we're gonna have some lunch. It's off season, So we messaged ahead of time to make sure the camps are open, because it's normal to pull up and see them closed during off season. But these guys were amazing. They said, come on, they have room for us. This couple lives here, and they're constantly adding new features to their campsite. So since it's off season, he has a lot of projects going on. But there is a washing machine room, several really nice showers, a really clean bathroom. They're super nice. They have 2 cute little dogs, which they put up for us to be able to walk our cats, which was super nice. So it's a comfortable camp with really nice owners. Room for several rigs, also room for tents if you need to, nice and level, secure. And let's show you our favorite part over here. Now when we got here, he told us we were his first visitors from the United States. So he's got all these places from people that have visited from these towns and states. And over here, other countries. And look, he already added one for us. His first visitors from the United States. 7,175 kilometers from here. And there he is over there. Hola! And there's the 2 cute puppies. All right, let's go get some lunch. We got some pasta with a little tomato corn stuff on it, some rice, some yuca, and some carne with a nice fresh looking salad. Looks good, doesn't it, Curt?
It looks really tasty.
Yum. Lunch is over. It was fast, tasty, and $8 for both of us? Yeah? $8 for both of us, including tip. We are leaving this campsite, which has been perfect. It was meant to be a 1 or 2 night stop.
Doo-doo is super cool.
Yeah.
He's my new buddy.
He's
Helped us out a lot.
Yeah. We ended up staying 5 nights because we caught a stomach bug. You guys ask a lot if we ever get sick on the road. Yeah, just like at home, you're gonna catch some stuff on the road, but we just stuck around there. It was a good place to ride out being sick. I am probably 85%, Curt's back to 100%, so we are northbound along the coast. Find something else fun to do, and we will see you guys in a few days, because this is where we're winding this video down.
Cheers.
Cheers. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys.